I believe we're live. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out soon if we are live. We are live. Let's see here. Stay in studio. Recording is in progress. I think we're live, right? Let's see here. Where is the chat? Let me open up the chat for public chat. If anybody's there, let me know. Good to see you. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Takes a while to get going on these things, which is it's going to be a challenge for me with what I have coming up here in the new year. So, yeah, it should be pretty interesting with what I have in the new year, trying to decide when to go live because what I have planned for the new year is a lot of the live stuff. And I want to make sure that I'm live before I get going. I don't want to waste all the good stuff at the start. So I believe there's going to be a little backstage thing for a few minutes before I hit the thing. But hope you guys are here. Good to see you. Little Q&A. If there's anything you want to talk about, let me know. Let me turn that down a little bit. You can hit me up in the chat. You can do that. You can, you can do all that stuff. But ready to get back. We are ready to get back on Monday. Very excited. Just had a nice talk with Lex on the phone a while ago. He's fired up and ready to go. I don't know where Dee and Sarah are, but they're out doing some things, doing their stuff. What is today? Today is Friday. Sarah's probably traveling all over the place. And let's see here. Dee is probably working somewhere. So there's that. But hello to everybody in Facebook. Good to see you guys here. If you missed last night's Chaos show, seriously, I did something I said I would never do. I'm a little bummed that I did it on the Chaos show first and not on the Lex and Terry show first. I'll tell you why. Because the Lex and Terry audience deserves it a little more than the Chaos audience does. Not saying that the Chaos audience doesn't deserve it. So I have tried edibles. Okay. I have done edibles in my life. I have taken I don't know why nobody is on, let's see here. Hello to everybody on Facebook. Doesn't seem like we're streaming right now on YouTube or Twitch. Usually there's people there, but hi, good to see you guys. So last night, hello, Treader. Good to see you, man. Last night, we decided we're going to do a Chaos show. We texted each other, hey, where are you today? You know, it's New Year's Day. What you got going on? Type of thing. So we decided to go on. And on the last Chaos show, we said that we would do edibles. We said we would do that. And the only edibles I've ever done, and I'm not saying I don't do them, okay? The only edible, they're new to me, fairly new to me. The only edibles that I have done have been the sleep kind. Okay. Hello, Terry. Good to see you. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Have been the sleep kind. All right. And the sleeping thing, it works. I take it. I start to get drowsy, start to get a little, just drowsy. Just, I don't want to move my arms. I don't want to do anything. It has that indica stuff, which they said is called Indicouch, and that's what it's supposed to do. Yeah, it gives you a little bit of euphoric thing going, but, and from what I understand, doesn't make you high. All right? Hey, what's up there, Mackie? Good to see you from the band Something Obscene. Good to see you. We wrote the song for White Trail. That's a great song. We love that song. But anyway, good to see you, Mackie. So last night on the Chaos show, we decided we're and the dosage I normally take when I do this is anywhere from 5 to 10 milligrams. And so we decided we were all going to do edibles before we go on Chaos last night. And I did it. I took 20 milligrams, like we said we're going to do, of this different stuff, not the sleep stuff I've never done before. I've never had the sativa, never had the thing that makes you creative and funny and laugh. And oh my God, I went back and I looked at the YouTube thing and everybody was a little goofy, but I thought for sure when I was doing it, I'm going, God, none of these other people are high that I'm talking to. Taint and Uli are not high. We had, other people on, some other guests as well join us. And it was, I kept looking at them going, these guys are not like me. They're not as crazy as out of their mind like I am. So, but I went back and watched it. Oh my God, is it funny? So if you have a chance to go to our Facebook page, we have our own dedicated Facebook page finally now on the Chaos Show, and that's exactly what it is. It's YouTube, the Chaos Show, KAOS, and I believe it's there. You could see it. They took it down for a little while today, and we weren't sure why. We weren't sure it's because we were talking about and consuming things, or there was a question about a song that we shouldn't have used. But oh my God, Taint was killing me. Uli was killing me. It was just so much fun last night. And I got to admit it, I really enjoyed that experience. I've never done it before. So I was telling Lex about it today on the call. I was telling him about it. That I said, you know what, we got to do this on the Lex and Terry show. So I will at some point very soon take that. It was a heavy dose. I will take that, and it'll get ugly. Okay. But it was a lot of fun. Natalie says she's high. Hi, Natalie. Good to see you, baby. Hope you have a happy new year. Good to have you here. Let's see where everybody is right now. Let's see here. Hey, we got some people. We got that going on. Any questions about anything? But yeah, last night, if you ever wanted to see me do something that I am not accustomed to doing, I'm never going to smoke pot ever or smoke anything. But the gummies are, this one was crazy. I got it in Palm Springs, California. And they even said it would make you, it had a mix of THC, CBG in it, and another thing called THCV. And whoa, it was a lot of fun. So I had a blast. The ad-libbing was great on the show and everything else. Hello, Steve. Good to see you, buddy. Hello, Karen. Or Keenan. Sorry, Keenan. Sorry. I got new prescriptions for my glasses, but I haven't got new glasses yet because I have to buy new glasses. And I don't know which vibe to go with. 70s porn star, these. What do you think? I do know that as you age, you get, I think it's what's it called? Glaucoma? No, is it glaucoma? I don't know what it is you get. But they could fix it, and then you no longer have to wear glasses. I'm hoping to get to that age. I will do gummies with you guys. Okay, Jeff, you're in, baby. Yeah, we'll do it on the Lex and Terry show, and I'm sure we're not done doing that on the Chaos show. But we are excited to get back on Monday. Thanks again to Dee for doing a great job on the best ofs. A lot of really good comments about that. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Since you're here, the 2026 version of the Lex and Terry show, we have some technical, I don't want to say challenges, but they are challenging right now. Hey, Adam, good to see you. But we are going to use technology, modern technology, to our favor to, one, cut the costs of things, and two, we believe that we can make the show much more visual for those of you that want to watch it sometimes on YouTube and everything else and on sudden death. So that is one of the things that we're working on as well. So, it's going to get a little grumpy around the station when we first get back because we got a lot to do, but we're working on it. Porn star with the 70s. What? Yeah. That's what I need to do, Mackie. I need to work on that look for me. So, what does it mean, butt tickler? I'm out of the loop, man. I don't even know what butt tickler means. But I know last night, as high as I was, oh my God, I would have laughed at that for about 3 hours. Thank you, Natalie, for that comment about the glasses there. I appreciate it. Yeah. So I have got here's some news for you guys. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to come on here. Is that over the holidays, yeah, I posted stuff still, but I really did do some downtime. I didn't really scroll and stream too much and see what other people were thinking, which I don't even know why I do anyway. Nobody even gives a shit, what as far as that goes. But I've been working with a person. I decided if I wanted to get serious about like the Make It Weird show, the Butter Show is so close to being edited, and when you see it, you're gonna go, it doesn't look edited. But for me, editing something, it's tough. We do not have somebody editing the Butter Show, but the Butter Show will make its debut early to mid January. Okay, early to mid this month. I'm excited about that. And thanks to everybody who subscribed to the page. This is going to be super, super cool. And as far as Make It Weird, the talk show that I've been doing, the call-in show that I've been doing, which I love doing, I feel really alive when I do the live call-in show with you guys. And so it's good. It's a good premise for the most part. But I decided to get very serious about it. Okay. And that meant some rebranding that has taken place. That meant me talking to an expert on what's good and what isn't, and what works and what doesn't work. Because I will be the first to admit, even though I've been doing this job for a long time, I don't know. I don't know a lot of this stuff. So I am excited about debuting that, and it's got a new title and everything. Been battling between two new titles. In fact, the guy that I've been working with, he's a big name guy who has worked with Gary Vee and Alex Hormozy and a bunch of other people. I've been excited about this, but there's two titles that we're working on right now. So, and a lot of other stuff. It's going to include a lot more humor, a lot more real stories about what's going on, a lot of me just probably crying. I don't know. That's what happens to me, I guess. But and Natalie's saying all the right stuff right here. It does. Everything's just going to start melding together. And I'm really excited about the future about things. I can tell you guys right now, it's going to be every Tuesday night. It will not be this Tuesday. I'm shooting for Tuesday the 13th, which, by the way, most people wouldn't start a show on the 13th. It's unlucky or something. Not me. None of the luck things that I've done have ever been lucky for me. So I'm just going with it. That is my desired start date for that, but it's going to be every Tuesday night. It's going to be live on my YouTube page. All right. So make sure you do that. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page, which is youtube.com/the Terry James. Okay. So make sure you subscribe to that. Let's see how many people are in here. Let's go. Let's see. Let's go with this. The Terry James Experience. Yes, sir. Well, Martin, it's going to be a lot of me. It's going to be a lot of me, and I'm going to tell you my main goal, and I've talked about it. I let the cat out of the bag a little earlier, like mid-year, that I have actually been mentoring people. And it is a lot of fun to do. And I love to see what you guys want in your life. That's going to be a lot of the college show. I love to see what you guys want in your life. Have you done it? Have you got there? If so, can you help others? And if you haven't got there, let's try to get you there. Plus, interspersed between all those phone calls will be me talking about crazy crap that I've seen, all kinds of fun stuff. So it's a challenge for me because it is a one-man show. It is a one-man show. And it's a big challenge. Let's see here. There's Casey right there. By the way, Casey was involved in the show last night that I was talking about earlier. I didn't know if she wanted me to say her name about it, so I didn't. But I just said we had a couple guests on with us. Casey's more than a guest. She works at our radio station. in Springfield, Missouri. She's a star of her own. But I will say this, she also knows a lot about edibles. And she told me what I was consuming. And I got to admit it, I can see why people, they say that it's not addictive, but after today and last night, I was like, I want to do that again. But I don't want it to be, I won't listen. Luckily, I guess maybe I'm addicted to things. I think everybody's addicted to things. I go through my moments where I'm addicted to food. I go to my moments where I believe I am addicted to trying to make people like me, which is both of those are horrible addictions. But I don't really consider myself to be somebody because I recognize when I'm doing that and I'm able to pull back and go, I'm just not going to eat. I'm not going to do that. So and I didn't plan much last year like I normally do on purpose. I decided, let's see what happens without much of a plan. Let's keep your heart open and let's see what's going to happen. And I'll be honest, it was not the easiest of years, but it wasn't horrible. I mean, I had some very dear, close people to me get very, very sick. I had some people die. So there's things like that. And that stuff really does affect me because I really care about my friends and family. And and I've been told almost too much, but I don't think there's such a thing as caring too much about people you love. Happy New Year, Brigitte LaFrance. Happy New Year to you. Let's see here. Jesse says, Casey sounds awesome. She is awesome, by the way. Casey's great. Let's go there's Bridget right there. Bridget LaFrance saying Happy New Year again. Good to see you. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this says. Can you believe that since we're 96, maybe a year or two earlier, I've been listening? Joe, I appreciate that. It's so funny because I was talking to people about people we've had on the show before. Like and you guys know what a crush I have on Emmanuel Shariki. She's one of my favorite people in the world. Dee told me she's been on our show twice. I had no idea. I don't remember. Bill Burr apparently has been in studio with us a couple times. And I'm like, did he have fun? And he's like, oh yeah. Oh God. It's just nuts. So yeah, I was talking to that about Sherry today and I was like going, you know what? How many amazing, cool experiences I have had doing this show that I unfortunately don't even remember anymore. I mean, it's been 30 something years of nonstop, 4 hours a day, 5 days a week a lot of that time has been 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. And of just nonstop putting stuff out there. And so it's understandable why I don't remember a lot of that stuff. Let's see here. We have a weed talk going on with the correct cannabinoids come together. They can be life-changing. It can be used as a tool or a medication. It can be a crutch. I don't want it to be a crutch. It depends on the person. You're right, Casey. I do not want that to be a crutch for me, and I did not go back and watch that show. I don't know if you did, Casey, last night, 'cause you were on it, but was I acting weird? I felt like I was acting super weird and I was finding things funny, but I didn't feel that I was slowed down. I didn't feel like it was a drunk thing. I didn't feel like, I felt like I was in the moment and just having a blast and very creative. And some of the stuff that I was finding creative, I just, Taint was killing me yesterday. Uli was killing me yesterday. Taint with his, I mean, when we started making fun of Casey, when Casey said that, because she does a couple different radio things, and she also from time to time does stuff on a country station. So she said she feels the need that she has to slow down and talk, and kind of change her vibe a little bit when she's working on that station, which is an amazing instinct for somebody who's been in this business for a long time. That is a great instinct, and she's probably 100% right. But we had fun trying to talk slow and it was a blast. It was so fun. So I hope you realize, Casey, nobody was making fun of you. We were just finding a moment to ad lib and to have a great time. So, and Casey was very instrumental in yesterday's show with her knowledge of all the edibles and everything else that's going on. So that was good. All right. Anything else? Let's see here. Let's see what she said here. Let's see what she says here. Now, until we got to the end, all of us laughing 100% with the creativity. Yeah, it was fantastic. We had a blast last night. So if you have a chance to go back and watch it, I mean, it's a little over an hour long, so it took a while to get into some of the meat and potatoes of things, but go back and check that out if you have a chance to do that. And our our YouTube page for the Chaos Show is The Chaos Show. All right. So that is something that I have planned. I mean, obviously, still going to do the Chaos Show and my revamping of a lot of different things, actually. A lot of different things. I'm tired, and I'm sure that you guys are too, of when you go for things and do something, it's one thing to just do it. Let's just say you want to be an artist, for example, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. Let's just say you've always wanted to paint something. And it's one thing to go to the store, buy a couple brushes, buy a canvas, and just see what's going on. It's another thing to learn more about textures and to learn more about what colors combined what colors. It's another thing to learn. And if you're a chef, it's one thing to be able to make spaghetti, but how do you make spaghetti jazzed up a little bit? It's all this type of stuff. Anything. If you've got a lawn care business, it's one thing to buy a lawnmower and to go out and cut some lawns, but how do you get your brand out there? How do you get that so you become known as the lawn guy in South Florida? How do you do that? So that's where I'm at in my life right now. I really believe that I'm 100% dug in on the Lex and Terry show, dug in on Chaos. That's fun. Dug in on the new revamped version of what's happening with this Make It Weird. And a couple other things, as far as social media goes and everything else. My point is, I want to see how far I go. It's not, I want to get a bunch of followers or anything like that. I have some fears with this and some learning fears of, or even fears of, do I want to look stupid going on, Instagram at my age, doing stuff? Those things pop up in my mind. And over the holidays, I came to the realization, and also talked to a few people, that who gives a damn? None of you are thinking about me and what I'm going to do. You're too worried about yourself, as well you should be. But I do really care about you guys. And I do really want to see every single one of you succeed. And it makes me happy to be around happy people. It makes me happy to be around people that aren't stupid or brainwashed, that you see happening so much lately. I think now more than ever, we need to be around people that we vibe with. And it's cool if people don't vibe with us. It's cool if I don't vibe with other people. I just, I just want to be around those people. I want to surround myself with people. I made a post that people actually kind of understood. And I know this as a fact from when I was a kid. If you hang out with shitheads, you're going to be a shithead. If you hang out with motivated people, you're going to be inspired by them, and you're not going to want to feel left behind, and you're going to raise your game to be with these people. Above all this year, I hope that you guys decide that's what's going to do. I hope you guys decide that that's what you want to do this year. And thank you so much there, Bridget. I really appreciate you. You've been around supporting me and the shows and everything else for a long time, and I really appreciate it. And so I hope that you guys like Casey. I know Casey gets it. I haven't had a chance to really sit down and talk personally too much with Casey, but I could tell she's one of my people, and I hope that I'm one of hers. And I hope that she knows she could call me or talk to me anytime she wants. Right here, I'm letting you know, Casey. Any questions you have, um, because I love people like her. I love her vibe, and there's a lot of you people out there are like that, you know. And I hope that you guys just choose because it's a choice, and especially in today's day and age. Let's go to Jeff real quick here. Yeah, well, thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Jeff's the man. But I I just hope that you choose this year to get rid of the people and the things and the habits and everything else that you know deep in your heart, you know, nobody needs to tell you. You don't need an intervention. If you know that you're doing something too much, you know you're doing it, and you know that it's not moving your life forward. You know it's hard to change the trajectory of your life, but you also know you can do it. But the things and that you have to do turn out that they look like they're sacrifices. They look like they are things where you've got to go, you know what, I got to stop drinking so much, or I have to work out, I have to eat better, I have to surround myself with more positive people, I have to stay away from this certain family member who brings me down all the time. Those are hard decisions to make, but they are necessary decisions to make. And I hope that, that's done in this year, that you have to do it. Thank you so much, Jerry. It's great to have you here, man. Best wishes to you in Bryceville near Freakville, Florida. I miss Freakville, by the way. Happy New Year to you too, Sasan, doctor. But yeah, I mean, that is where my head is at. I know it's very easy to have this momentum that we have right now. You know, we're going for it. You know, you got momentum. It's happening. And you don't get that. And you know, you don't have it for so long. It is a self-taught thing. Nobody's going to teach you to be motivated. I could never teach anybody to be motivated. I could guide people in the right direction, but all of this shit's got to come from us. You know, it just has to. So, you know, it's important. If you want the right life, man, you got to take steps to do it. And they are painful steps. And that's why I'm going to be on every damn Tuesday night on this show, talking a little bit about that and talking to people about that. So I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and like and all that stuff to my YouTube page. And my YouTube page is, you know what? I'm going to put the link in the text right here so you guys could, you know, let's see here. Hold on. Just hang with me. I don't know what I'm doing. www, right? Okay. .youtube. Okay. .com/the Terry James. Okay. I would really appreciate it. Let me make it sure there, YouTube.com. Okay. I would really appreciate it if you guys, I think I sent it to you guys. There it is. Man, how many times did that thing sent? I think it's sent to everybody. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would like and join that page. It really means a lot. And it's, you know, it's not a big giant page. Like I said earlier, most people don't want to change. Most people are very happy or afraid to change. So, and I'm so sick of the personal self-help guru bullshit people who want to sell you some course and think that they have the answer. I mean, I have subscribed to courses. I've taken many, what are those things called? Seminars. I've gone to many seminars. I've read many books. And I will say this, out of every single one that I've done, my only goal, even when I was at 15 years old, I knew that I wasn't going to rely on one person to tell me what to do. I knew that I was going to trial and error this thing. Whenever I hear somebody say a good idea about what moved their life forward and upward, I was going to listen. And it doesn't mean it's from a book or something else. It could be some dude at the burrito truck. I'm over hearing a talk, and if I hear something, I go, that's very interesting. I would like to try to see how that works in my life. You try it for a while. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Same with a workout routine. Same with the diet. Same with any of this shit. So here's what I did this, and I'll be talking about this on the Lex and Terry show, but I did this over the holidays. I follow a bunch of those podcasts. I listened to a bunch of those podcasts. I got rid of every single one of them because I believe that now is my time. Now's my time to share with you guys. Now's my time to listen to you. I know they're full of shit. I think if you hand somebody your power, you're a fool. And I've been handing people my power. And I don't want you to hand anybody your power. I don't want you to hand me your power. But I do love to have a real good conversation with you guys about it all. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's go with this one. Like I said, whoever helps you, great. But I don't know. It's weird because I would love, and I've talked about it for years, I would love to make a living out of having these types of conversations every day. And I believe that I could do that along with the Lex and Terry show, but the two are so separate. But I would love to make a living on that. And how do you do that without looking like a fool? How do you do that without people asking? And I guess it's maybe through advertising. Because I don't have a course that I'm selling. In fact, I have developed an app that I'm going to give people for free about it's a way that I've learned to look for good things. And it's a free one. I might ask you to sign up for my email list, because I'm going to be building my email list as well. And I'm going to be doing things like that. But yeah, you guys are going to support me no matter what, whether it's just a like, whether it's a share of the show, whether it's just you being here. I appreciate it all as much, or whether it's, buying something or whatever it is. But I really appreciate you guys so much. So anything else, guys? Anything else? Nobody? All right. Well, what was I going to say? There was something else I was going to talk about. I hinted around about it. Well, I don't remember, but I do know this. It's going to be an exciting weekend for me. I am going to probably be down here tonight working on the outline of the new revamped, retitled, reimagined call-in show. Yeah, it's still a call-in show. It has to be a call-in show. I am going to be, I've got everything planned for Monday's Lex and Terry show. I've been staring at that, very, very excited about that, and all that kind of crap. So I'm very excited. Let's see here. Let's see. There's another question here. Evan, have I ever meditated? I meditate every single day. Once again, this goes into, Evan, this goes into what you were just talking about. I paid a shitload of money to learn TM, Transcendental Meditation. I went to that whole course. I got my mantra. I did the this and that. I was doing 20 minutes a day, twice a day. I was doing what they said, and it just wasn't feeling right. I listened to a couple of meditation apps. apps. Those didn't work. And then I finally found an app that works for me. Now, I didn't know this until after I finally found it. He's kind of a controversial character. Not controversial. He's definitely got his feet in a couple of things. But the guy that does it, I'm getting the app right here. I'm trying to let you know what the app is in case you want to try the app out. I love the idea about the app because it's like $99 for a year. But if you don't have that money, they'll just give it to you. If you just say, hey, I can't afford it right now, they'll just give it to you. And I personally have paid them, I think it was $500 every year so they could give other people free memberships. I've done that because it's worked for me. I'm not trying to make myself look like a good guy or anything. I never told anybody that. But let's see here. What is the name of the app? I should know it. I should know it. It is called, I'm looking, guys. Waking Up. Waking Up. So that one really worked for me. Let's see here. Let's go with this. Yes, it is a process, and I find myself, what I have found that works the most for me on meditation is, and maybe some of you could even tell listening to the Lex and Terry show, I used to get really angry at things. I used to get the knee jerk thing. Remember killing the fly with a hammer type of stuff? Although it's funny, it didn't do me very well personally. It made me look like a fool. It got me into trouble for things that I didn't want necessarily get in trouble for. And a lot of the times that I popped off about, it was things that I really had time to really research and everything else that I popped off in one direction, and it wasn't even the direction I really wanted to go or even thought, because I'm really in this direction, type of thing. So it has bought me, meditation has bought me the ease of when somebody cuts you off in traffic. If Sherry gets upset with me, if something happens on the Lex and Terry show, I try to sit back. I try to take a moment, take a breath, and relax. And then I have a decision to make. Do I want to jump all in or not? Because trust me, I do love jumping in on shit. Okay? I will never, I have changed a little, yes, but I am still a guy who loves a good dick joke, who loves hot chicks, who likes to go out with your friends every once in a while and whoop it up. I like my sports. I'm a guy, all right? I'm a guy, 100% guy. And sometimes that's not the best branding, but I am. I own it. I'm a guy. But I'm also somebody who really, like I said earlier, really cares and really wants and really knows that I'll tell you what, if I don't do this show on Tuesday nights, if I don't surround myself with more positive, motivating people, then I will fade away to absolutely nothing and be the worst version of myself possible. I need it in my life. And that's why I'm doing it. And there's not a show out there that does stuff like this, because they're always trying to hawk something. There's nothing real about them. They've got a lot of money behind them. They've got the lighting. They got the this. They got the that. They got the promotion team. They've got the Russian bots liking everything for them. It's just me and you. So there you go. Let's go to this one here. Let's go to Martin. Stoicism. Read some Marcus Aurelius Meditations. You may find some similarities. Dude, 100%. Look at this. I know you know what that is. Okay? This is a necklace that I wear with pride all the time. All of it has to do with Stoicism. I don't know if you can see that. There it is right there. And on the back, if it would do this, it says, the credit goes to the man in the arena. 100%. I have been like this my entire life. I did not know there was a name for it. Just like you found out, Martin. I'm sure you're going, oh, that's what it's called. So, and there's some great stuff. I've got the meditations book. I read that book years ago. So yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Isn't it, man? I love it. You're in the right place. I'm in the right place with you, Martin. That's for sure. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to talk about? Any questions? Could be about anything. Could be about life. Could be about the Lex and Terry show. Could be about whatever. If not, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. But if anybody doesn't have any questions, I get it. You're not going to see, what's that chick's name? The one that I find so funny, but I get some things from Mel Robbins. Until the other day when I dumped that's one of the podcasts I got rid of was hers. You're not going to see her going, let's see here. Let's go to this one here. Let's go to Tony. Done tons in your life. Is there something you want to try, accomplish, or do what you have not been able or had the opportunity to do? Yes, and it's really strange. I've had a fantastic life. A lot of really amazing experiences. I've achieved a lot of things. And I will say this. It's in the same vein of what I'm doing now, but a part of it has to do with where my Tuesday night talk show goes. I've always wanted to do some sort of motivational type of speaking, but I've always hated that business. I think they're so cheesy. Doing a TED Talk would be hilarious, but you know what? Again, cheesy, too many rules. Maybe I'll just do a Terry Talk and just post it from the house or something like that. I've always wanted to do that. And the reason why I haven't done it, Tony, is because I have this thing in me that is not doing me or anybody else any good. It is the feeling of, who am I? Who am I to say something? Who am I? I mean, that imposter syndrome, that this and that. But seriously, who am I? I've always said I need to accomplish. I got into radio, and I'm going to tell you the truth right now. I got onto radio because I wanted to be like somebody like Tony Robbins, because he saved my life. That type of stuff saved it. And all there is resistance. Now, if you want to read a great book, read The War of Art, not The Art of War, okay? The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. It talks all about resistance. And he nailed it. I have had him on my show before. I've really enjoyed the guy. But that is a fantastic book. That'll save your life. And I know what's going on. I have these things, like I really want to do some speaking, but I have those thoughts that you have. Everybody has these thoughts. Think about right now, if you're listening to this, think about something that you really want to do that, like Tony asked, that you've not been able to have the opportunity to do, or you haven't tried to do any of it. Because think about it right now, and then your first thought is probably all these reasons why you can't. Too old, that ship has passed, wrong race, wrong, sexuality, wrong age, or all these things just start to pop up. Like, who am I? What kind of lessons do I have to pass on to people? Because I want to share information that I know and that I've learned over the years, but I don't want to be somebody who declares themselves an expert. because I'm not life. There's no experts in life. And I'm so sick of these people that think they are. And I'll be honest, I'm somewhat jealous of some of these people. I mean, what's that guy's name? Jay Shetty. Jay Shetty is a guy who, his story is he's a monk. He was a monk, lived as a monk for a while. And now he's this, he's a good looking dude, the piercing green eyes, he's got the accent, he's got the whole thing down. From what I have read, his backstory is a complete fraud. You could Google it. He really didn't do all that stuff, And it's sad because I like his message. I like his delivery. I think that he really is, it's coming from the right place with him. But those are the type of people that I just go, God, how do these guys get the opportunity? And I don't know. I don't know. And you know what? There it is. Fear. What it is. It's all it is. And what am I afraid of? What are you afraid of? I think that we are afraid of looking stupid. I think we're afraid of what somebody else is going to say. And I cop to it. I have changed my life and changed my persona and changed who I am because of how other people perceive me. And I didn't like them perceiving me that way. And over the years, I've become more and more open about my metaphysical beliefs and things like that. And so, yeah, I believe my fear is coming to an end on all that stuff. What is happening, Tyler? Good to see you, buddy. Tear Dog is here. Okay. Anybody, I appreciate everybody being here. I wasn't planning on all of this. I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I had no clue. But like I said, I would appreciate everybody subscribing to the YouTube, my YouTube page. That is where the Butter Show is going to live. No, the Butter Show has its own page. I'm sorry. And I appreciate everybody who's done that. The Butter Show will be released soon, ASAP. And it's not out of fear on this one. I just, it doesn't flow right. It looks like a complete amateur did it. And guess what? Maybe I should just post it because guess what I am? I am a complete amateur. But the information we give is not amateur. We start the show. I'll tell you what we start the show off. We start the show off with explaining why Sherry and I got into butter. I know it's a weird thing, but there's a real story behind it, and we have fun with that. Then we talk about the differences between salted and unsalted butter. We give you some facts. We have some fun with it. It's a little bit of information, but it's done in a way where we're just fucking around. And then I make for you guys the deadliest sandwich in the world, which is, by the way, my favorite sandwich ever. All right. Let's see here. Let's go to JB Rager. See, this is, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, JB. I appreciate it because you want to know how I read that? I read that you're shit. And that's where my head's programmed to go most of the time still. And that's the problem I have. I want to be on social media and I want to share and I want to interact with people. But, if I get 100 comments on something, there's always about, a handful of people saying I'm a big piece of shit. And it's easy to say, fuck you. And it's getting easier for me. It's getting easier for me to take it because to them, I am a piece of shit. And I'm never going to change their mind. So why fight it? To you, I'm a piece of shit. I get it. To many, I'm not. So it's just the way it is. Okay, let's see here. Let's go to this. Do right, Tony. Better than he. Oh, thank you, Evan. I appreciate it. Listen, I know that I have a message, and I know that I have a good way to deliver it. And I need you guys. I'll be honest. I just need you. I need the good people. I need the good people out there. And that's who I want to surround myself with. That's what I want to surround myself with. Every morning, thank you. You're awesome. Love your outlook. Everything cool. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And I know you didn't mean that. I read it. You said you're the shit. I get it. That was nice. I got it as nice. I didn't read the. That's where my mind is programmed to go. Why are our minds like that, guys? Why are they? You know, if there's anything we could all get over this time around, it's just like, and some of you are so good at it. I admire so many of you because I could tell there's people out there that have 2 followers, or I talk to somebody on the call-in show who doesn't even have a desire to do any of this. And I could feel and tell that they are so 100% them and they're authentic, which I don't like that authenticity crap either. But right now I believe that the world needs it. And it's a small portion of the world that believes the world needs it because we've all bought into I hate to say it, what media tells you to think and do. I know how to do this. I've done this job. Their job, and I know how to do the job, is to make people talk, to touch on people's emotions. And most people, when they hear something good and that makes them feel whole and fills their heart with joy and stuff, that is a very personal thing. And they don't want to share that because you look like a pussy. Oh man, I heard the nicest, sweetest thing today that I think's going to change my life. And what are your friends going to go? Oh, you're such a pussy, Steve. That's what happens. The only way you talk and the only way you get people do it is to piss people off or to frighten them or to scare them. And that's what's happening now. Every news channel, no matter what side you like, you got some side telling you what you want to hear. And I don't want to hear anything. I just want to hear truth. I can handle the truth no matter who it favors. I don't care if it favors, somebody I voted for or somebody I didn't vote for. I just want the truth. But most people don't want that. They don't want to admit that, oh, my guy fucked up. I learned that lesson very early in life when I saw a couple of my athletes, athletes that I looked up to. I was a big Dusty Baker fan. I would sit out at Dodger Stadium. I'd go to Dodger games by myself. I did a lot of things by myself. And I'd go to Disneyland alone. I went to Disneyland because I wanted to see that legendary drummer, Buddy Rich. So I'm just watching him play. I would do all this stuff alone. But I went to Dodger games alone and I'd sit out in left field. And there was Dusty Baker, and they called it Baker's Acres. And I remember I worshiped the ground this guy walked on. And then I saw him smoking one day and I went, oh man, I didn't make excuses for him. Well, he was stressed out. He needs to, as an athlete, I didn't think that's what athletes did. I didn't make excuses for him. That's what people do now. You make excuses for people that could give a fuck about you. Why? Let's do this together. So anyway, I don't know. Why did I bring that up? Was there a reason? Did I just need to that? I don't know. Let's see here. Anybody else? Any other questions before I get the hell out of here? Anybody? Thank you to everybody. And please, like I said, please subscribe to my YouTube page. That's where the new revamped version, not completely flipped, but mostly flipped, of Make It Weird is going to be. And I'm very excited about the direction. And I really want to thank this guy who's helped me out more than he knows, inadvertently or not. Caleb Ralston is his name. You could Google him. He has a great branding thing on YouTube. It's like a 6-hour course you can take, actually. But if you see where I've posted it and everything else, we've made contact with each other and everything. And it's neat to see people who look like normal people, who aren't all glossed up and sizzy and skizzy, just have such a true heart and a real message and the true wanting to help others, because everybody else just wants you to pay for their class. His is free. Absolute 6 hours on YouTube. Check it out. It's Caleb Ralston if you want. Let's see here. Smokers or jokers. You know what? It's weird. You know, I don't know why that bothered me so much. Just because I was a kid. You know, you're told that it's wrong and everything else. Although my parents smoked, I've never smoked anything. The cigarette, weed, nothing. Vape, nothing. And that doesn't mean I feel like I'm better than anybody. I just haven't had the desire. I just have never seen why that's good. But I have had an edible, as we all know, the other night. Let's go to Martin here. Let's see what he's talking about here. Do you have set days you broadcast, Terry, or is it just when the mood runs? Okay, this is a great question, Martin. It used to be as the mood ran. It just used to be when I'm feeling inspired, when I have something to talk about. And I still will do that. When I'm still going to post some videos that are just going to be out of nowhere about things that you have no idea, that don't really mess with anything, only because I love the whole process of this. I like this. I feel this is going to make my night. This just talking to you guys right now is going to make my night. This is where I feel most alive. So I'm going to be doing that. But as far as the new show goes, the new call-in show, it's going to be every single Tuesday on my YouTube channel at 9:00 Eastern. All right? Unless something weird happens, get sick or whatever. But yes, every single Tuesday. And it's going to be starting. It's not going to be this Tuesday. My goal is the following Tuesday. But if I don't have that first show 100% mapped out, which I think I will, because I think I'm about 85% of it mapped out right now. I have so many things that I want to talk about. I'm just trying to narrow down which ones are going to fit into the whole theme and topic of the show. You'll see what I'm talking about, what it is. So there you go. Let's see here. Let's go to Tony. Are you finally going to grow a goatee? It's weird. I had a mustache once in college basketball. I don't know if I could even, how can I show you guys a picture of it? You probably can't even see it, but I'll try to show it to you on this thing. I had a mustache once in college basketball that it was absolutely hilarious. It was such a joke. It was, because my hair's fairly light and it was light and you couldn't even see it. And then when I can't find it, we'll do it later. But I've always thought that, I'll tell you what, I have somewhat of I'm in okay shape right now. All right. But I could be a hell of a lot healthier, and I could easily stand to lose a good 10 to 15 pounds to be in the best shape of my life. And I know that it helps you sleep better. I hope everything. And I'm not going to sit here and go, that's my main goal. That's just part of being who I am. That is part of what it is. I know that in order to achieve some of these goals in my mind and on paper that I have to be healthy. I have to be healthier. I have to be healthy to be a good husband. I have to be healthy to earn. I have to be healthy to do all this stuff and to be a good member of the Lex and Terry show. And, I just have to be healthier. So that is a big goal. And if I lost maybe 15 pounds, was a little thinner, I think I might try a little bit of a beard, a little bit of a thing here, just to see what it's like. Not beard, but some facial hair, some gruffiness to that type of thing, just to see what it's like, because right now, I mean, it comes in. It doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could even grow one. I don't even have hair on my chest. I don't have it. I got a couple of blotches, I guess, on my back, maybe a little bit here, a little bit of like chemo back. But here, I don't have anything. It's really strange. I mean, there's some hair, but it's not like, I'm not like one of those, I'm not like Burt Reynolds for lack of a better reference, with all the shit flowing out of it. I'm not that. So there you go. Let's see here. Any other questions, guys, before I get out? I've really enjoyed this. Thank you for being here. Seriously. Thank you. Any other? I've been on an hour. Jeepers criminy. That's fantastic. You know what? Right there is proof that when you're doing something you really love and you're around people that you like being around, it just flies. I swear to God, I thought it was only on for like 15 minutes. I was going to apologize for going so short with you guys. What is up, Bobby? Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. So yeah, thanks to everybody who joined, and I hope everybody, Happy New Year to everybody. Seriously, I'm going to go upstairs. Today's Sherry's hair day. She's doing her hair today. And I have decided I am going to make us terry tacos. And if you don't know what a terry taco is, go to my Facebook page. I actually videoed making terry taco, not Facebook, my YouTube page. I actually did it. It's you have to go through some of the videos, but it's in there. It's labeled terry tacos. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's see here. Let's see whatever. Evan, what is he saying? Used to do that? What did you used to do? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. You guys rock. And Happy New Year. And thank you for all your support over the years. And we just signed a new contract for Lex and Terry. You got another few years of us, whether you like it or not. And thank you for your support of all the different shows that I've done, all the different ideas that I have. And I'm still going to come up with ideas and do things. But after talking to the pros and everybody else, it's time to really narrow down what I love. And I believe that I have it now. And that'll be debuting coming up I'm hopefully Tuesday the 13th. But it's going to be Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern. You do the math wherever you live. Happy New Year, everybody. Great to see you, Brigitte La France. Always good to hear from you. And let's see here. Is this the link for the terry tacos? Martin posted the link in the chat for the terry tacos. Thank you, Martin. I appreciate that, my friend. Man, see, look at this. I need people like this. And, we're all getting together. The terry tacos. Make them. I'm telling you, the secret ingredient for the terry tacos sounds absolutely ridiculous. It's two completely different ethnicities mixed into one thing. But oh my God, is it the best? And Sherry, she loves them. I've made these for Chef Tom Gray before. And I would like, first of all, you talk about stepping through fear, making your friend who's a James Beard nominated, which by the way, that's the Oscars for chefs, a James Beard nominated chef dinner. You talk that being stressful and having it being tacos with something absolutely unreasonable to put on top of it. Loved them. Absolutely loved them. Guys, thanks. I appreciate you. I think you know. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, let's take this real quick. Terry, get the meta glasses and stream through them so we can make tacos. You know what? I would love to get those. I'm kind of waiting. I have an issue because I wear glasses, so it's going to be like $2,000 to get these Meta glasses with my prescriptions in them, and I'm not even sure how those work. But I have an idea. If there's anything that I would do, I would do those glasses. I always said I would never do it. I always laughed at those things. And how many times have we all said, well, I would never do that, and then you end up doing it? You know, I remember that I was said I would never do Twitter when it was first Twitter, that I would never do Facebook or anything, or what was that one before, which is still my favorite one of all, MySpace. I was the first of the show to go on and do it because we were all bashing the living hell out of it. Now it's become obviously everybody's life. And MySpace was my favorite for one reason only. You could rank your friends. It was so fun to go, you know what? Eddie's pissing me off. No longer a friend. Go ahead and look at that, you motherfucker. All the stress, all the feelings that were hurt. Come on, it's comical. It's comical. Let's see. I got a Happy New Year. I know that you probably can't say anything, but I'll getting a whole bunch of. But I get y'all are getting a whole bunch of stations now. I don't. No. We've had some people that we're still the red sheep, or the black sheep, the red sheep, when it comes to the radio industry. There's one company in particular that we are on 5 of their radio stations on, and just knocking it out of the park with them, and have been for years. They refuse to acknowledge that we even exist. They refuse to say, hey, wait a minute, outside of this certain state, you're not going to work anywhere for us. Unbelievable to me. I used to get so upset over it. So I'll be honest, we are taking steps in our own hands to, if the shit ever hit the fan, we don't need anybody, and we are taking steps to that. It's not hitting the fan. We are still very excited about what we're doing, but we're doing that. Let's go here. Let's go to Bobby. It says, trying to get y'all down in Virginia because you got 2 that you could get. We would love that, absolutely love it. The problem is our syndication company, they don't really, I think they just like selling ads, I don't really believe their goal is to get us on a bunch of radio stations, and we don't have anybody doing that for us. So that's the truth. That's the absolute truth. Let's see here. I'm serious, Tech Child, but if this somehow goes through, Happy New Year, my friend. Yes, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Brian. Love you. Oh, that's BK. Is that BK? Is that BK? Oh, there it is. That is my buddy right there, Brian, who just commented. That is BK right there. That is one of the. Let me tell you one thing about Brian Kelly real quick. I'm not going to try to embarrass him or anything. When it comes to friends, when it comes to friends that are going to be lifelong friends, I knew this the first time I met this guy, and he lives in Jacksonville. He's an attorney. But you would never know that. That's a compliment. And he is truly one of the nicest men I've known in my life. And I miss him. Don't get to hang out with him. Don't get to talk to him as much. But I miss him a lot. So BK, I love you, buddy. We did a nice golf trip one time to where was that? That place called Pebble Beach. Oh, that was great. But BK is one of the best. So Brian, I love you, man. Thanks for being here. And you guys have a great day. And we will talk to you later. And be on the lookout for some stuff. Good to see you guys. Adios.